I'm back again to do another video for the Calcio Bros. With January now finished, I'm going to talk about some stuff that did happen during the month of January. I will exclude transfers as that will be another video. So this will just be some news and updates that have been going on around the league. They won't be in any particular order, but if I did miss something, let me know, comment below, and then we can always talk about it. I'm going to get started with the Coppa Italia. We had the last set of games from the quarterfinals the first week of January, with the semis being the last couple days of January. To end off the quarterfinals, we had Atalanta beating Napoli away 2-1, while Juve winning the Derby della Mole against Torino 2-0. Bit of controversy in that one. The semis were then set: Milan, Lazio, and Atalanta, Juve. The first games, like I said, were played earlier this week, with Atalanta losing at home to Juventus 1-0 thanks to a goal from Gonzalo Higuain, with the other game finishing in a scoreless draw between Milan and Lazio. So from those scorelines too, we see that they're very close. Every team is still in it, not necessarily out just yet. We will see what the return legs bring in the next month or so. I believe they take place. But it's an interesting one. I don't know who's going to go in for sure. I really don't want to see Juve because you want that change, right? They can't keep winning everything. I wouldn't mind seeing Atalanta go through. Milan, Lazio, again, I want Milan to go through. I feel they can do it. They did play pretty well against Lazio, but with Lazio, who are one of the most informed teams right now in Italy, you can't be too certain how they'll play or how bad they play. They just have a ton of talent in their team, and it'll really be a struggle when we return to the Stadio Olimpico in about a month's time. Comment below who you guys think will go through, who will probably be in the finals. I want to hear from you guys to see who you guys think will be in the finals and who may even take it all. Let me know. So next thing would be we're going to go back to round 20, which was the first weekend back of the year. And it was also the last one before Serie A went on a 2-week break. So the one thing I want to talk about actually in that one was just Benevento winning again. They beat Sam 3-2. And I just want to include that because they went on a 2-game winning streak. They haven't won since, but that was just good for them. They managed to get their foot going after beating Chievo. They decided to beat, not decided, but they managed to beat Sampdoria, and which I feel that's just a notice how well they were able to do that. Not sure how much more they can get out of them come the rest of the season. And who knows how their new signings can help them, which we'll probably get into in the other video as well. But how well they can help them maybe stay out of the relegation or try to put on more of a positive run on form as well. It's still, like, this is where the season starts now, and we're going to get a lot of interesting results. Some surprises as well. We all know that there's never going to be a season where there's no surprise whatsoever. Take a look and pay attention to how Benevento will do, if they will surprise a few more teams. Remember, they did tie Milan, then they went on a 2-game winning streak. Again, we want to see how well they'll do against some of the other bigger teams and if they'll be able to steal points away from them as well. Now, going to stuff off the pitch, we're going to talk about the new FIGC president. The voting was taking place a few days after the month had ended, so that will be for February's talk. Just a person who wanted to run for it was Damiano Tomasi, who is very vocal. One of the people who did lose out to Tavecchio, and a lot of people were voicing his opinion, voicing for him to be the next president. We'll see if he manages to win. Of course, we know the answer to that, but again, I will talk about it more in the next video. But he was one of the front runners who were trying to get that position to lead the FIGC and Italy into a new era. There's also a lot of questions to this month with Milan, Inter, and the city of Milan. We are referring to the San Siro, as there was plans for Milan to either make a new stadium, make some changes to the stadium. As we know, Milan, Inter don't own the stadium. It is owned by the city, and there's a lot of legal issues when it comes to doing anything with it. So I took a vote for you guys to see if you want Milan to get a new stadium or like to remain in. I was actually surprised on the results because early on, majority of people wanted to stay at the stadium, but by the final results came in, more people, 52% of you guys wanted to get a new stadium and move out, while 48 want to remain at the San Siro. And I can agree with staying at it because it does have a lot of history. We have seen a lot of victories. We have seen a lot of magic happen in that place. And I can understand why you want to move out, because the San Siro's outdated, it's very old, it looks like it's very run down. And it's time, I guess, for a change. You want to reinvigorate Milan, especially with the takeover that has happened last year. So it's a good way to get things going into something new and just something fresh that we don't see a lot, and then just being able to call something else home now, where we don't have to share it with the city or city rivals, because that's something we want to get out of. That's something Milan don't want to do, because they want to have control over their own facility. Going back to the on-pitch stuff now, Roma and Inter have not won for the longest time, and that is going to be costing them. I decided to put this in there because they're almost the whole month of January, they couldn't get a single win. They're losing points to where they are now. Inter's 4th, Roma 5th. So eventually, if they continue like this, teams like Sampdoria, Milan, Atalanta will all pass them. They may lose out on the European spots that it comes with being that high in the table. I know there are still a lot of games to be played, but they're on such a bad run of form, especially with the transfer market. If they even manage to get the players they needed to help get to where they want to be. These are two teams that started off the season really well, but can't seem to find their footing anymore. After so long, it does seem maybe the true problems are showing, and where maybe they'll probably fail, or where they need work, those little tweaks here and there to which they need in order to succeed. But as of now, the whole month, I believe for almost 2 months, month and a half, they have not been able to win, and it is showing in the standings and on the field as well. So on to the last update from the month. This weekend had a lot of controversy with the VAR and the referees. They made a lot of errors, a lot of mistakes. And one of it came from the Milan-Lazio game, where Cutrone had scored with his arm unintentionally, because he just had it up, an instinct what's for strikers to have it up when you go for a header. Bounced off his arm and went in. VAR didn't catch it right away, and later was saying that it was handball. So there was a lot of rumors saying that because he scored with his hand, he would be suspended for 2 games. So the suspension didn't happen, but I also did take a vote to see what you guys think. And 17% of you guys actually voted that he should be suspended for that, while 83% of you said no. The yes part, I can see where you're coming from, because he scored with his hand, yes. But again, he didn't mean it intentionally. It's not like he swatted it in, not like he fully moved his arm like that towards the ball. He went up for the header, and it just happened to land on his arm and go in. Very unintentional. You know he didn't mean to do it, so he did apologize. He did not get the suspension, of course, because they did see it as an unintentional act of scoring, so they couldn't suspend him for that. So guys, that's all the news and updates I have for the month in January. Again, transfers will be in another video I'll be doing hopefully this weekend, and have it up as soon as I can. Let me know if I did miss anything else, whether it be stuff from the match days or on and off the pitch. Let me know, and we can always discuss it again. I'm just going to conclude with my goal of the month. Very tough. Again, there's only 3 match days, but there was a lot of goals, a lot of games. It's hard for me to say who it is. I'm going to go either with Barberis, his free kick against Verona in round 21, or Mertens' strike versus Bologna on round 22. Just a curler outside the box. He got a great strike. He's back in form now. Let's see if he's able to maintain this run in form again, and if he can help carry Napoli to the top. So let me know if you guys agree, if it's between Barberis or Mertens, or if there's another goal you guys have in mind that's probably better than that. Let me know. Again, you can follow us on Twitter, Calcio_bros, and subscribe on YouTube for more Calcio content. Hear from you guys soon. Ciao.